Which brings us to Section 5, the action potential. Our hardware is primed and perfectly balanced at -70 millivolts. So, what happens when a signal is actually sent?
How do we actually trigger an electrical impulse? Let's say you touch a hot stove. That initial stimulus interacts with the cell membrane, exposing it to a chemical or physical distortion. Normally at rest, most of the membrane's gated channels are shut tight, but a stimulus pops specific sodium channels open, letting positively charged sodium ions rush into the cell. This causes a localized spike in the voltage, shifting it closer to zero. We call this local, temporary change a graded potential, and the change in voltage is directly proportional to how strong the stimulus was. But here's the catch. A graded potential all by itself isn't strong enough to travel all the way up your arm to your brain.
To send a long-distance message, that graded potential has to trigger an action potential, which happens in a very precise sequence. First, that initial localized stimulus has to be strong enough to depolarize the membrane from -70 up to a threshold of about -60 millivolts. This follows the all-or-none principle. It's exactly like flipping a light switch. Once you hit that threshold, the action potential triggers identically every single time. Boom. Step 2, voltage-regulated sodium channels fly open. Sodium rapidly rushes in, and the inside of the membrane flips from negative to positive. Step 3, those sodium channels slam shut and potassium channels open to let potassium out, which repolarizes the cell. Finally, the cell enters a brief refractory period where it resets and won't respond to a new stimulus while restoring its resting potential. That rapid cascading wave of depolarization, that is the electrical impulse cruising down the axon.